What's up, people? Today Jackson from Creative Maestro Photography, now Team Maestro on YouTube. So today I'm excited to bring you another video because I haven't brought you guys a video in a long time. So I'm excited to bring you another video. The reason I haven't been able to bring you guys video is because I've been backed up with schoolwork and kind of coordinating schoolwork with making videos and editing them. And it's a lot, trust me, because nursing school ain't easy. So if you are ever thinking about going to the health field, trust me, you should be ready for it. So without further ado, let's get started. So this video is going to be address a question that I get asked most of the time, and literally I get this literally like every single day in my inbox or like through work and like school, outside. People ask me all the time, what camera and lens should I buy? And I'll repeat one more time, what camera and lens should I buy? So I'm going to be dividing this video into two series. So I'll post the first one, and then the next one I'll address the next one. So this video is going to be talking about cameras, and then the next one I will be talking about lenses. So to start with cameras, now you're going to be asking, what camera should I buy? Now I'll answer this as simple as this: there is no wrong or right in which camera and lens you should buy. There's no right or wrong. Why am I saying this? Because of new technologies coming out, every camera out there is so much sophisticated, so much designed in such a way that every camera could do the job. Even though it might not do like literally like every job, but for the most part, for most basic needs of what we need cameras and for in terms of picture and video wise, most cameras are that designed to perform the job for you. So today I'm going to be concentrated only on Nikon or Nikon and Sony. Why am I, you're going to be asking, why am I going to just dedicate only to Sony and Nikon? The reason why I'm going to be doing that is because those are the only companies that I've ever used in terms of the equipment wise. I've never used Canon, or Pentax or Panasonic and those kind of other camera companies out there. So that's why. So I can't really talk about them or recommend their cameras because I haven't used them. But for the most part, I have used Nikon or Nikon and Sony. So those are the cameras that I'm going to be talking about. Now each camera will have its own benefits. Some depend on the company, or even depend on the camera. Even the same company have different cameras, and depending on this camera will have its own benefit, advantages and disadvantages. So now, depending on, like I said, depending on what you need the camera for, will determine on what camera company and what camera type you should choose. Now maybe you might need your camera for just photographing maybe your family event, documenting your kids, like maybe growing up, or like your family trips. Or maybe you want to use it professionally. You want to use it, to document event for people, to earn money out of it. Or you want to use it for, document like big events like weddings and, parties and all those kind of stuff, like, photograph like animals and all this kind of stuff. So depending on all those things, or all those needs will determine on which camera company you use. Now, like I said, I'll put it out there. It's as simple as this: you can never go wrong with either of a camera to use. Now based on my experience on using these two companies, their cameras, I'll just straightforward recommend. In terms of picture wise, I'll always recommend Nikon or Nikon, and in terms of video wise, I'll always recommend Sony. Now you might ask me, now you know, Nikon is a big company, it's a big camera company. Now they have several types of cameras out there. So now which one should I buy? Now over the past years, I've used at least 4 Nikon or Nikon cameras, and my best tool that I've come out, that I've always been a beast, and I've always been my best friend, is 2 cameras. And so one is a crop sensor camera and one is a full frame. I know this might be a little bit confusing because you might not know what a full frame or a crop sensor camera might be. In the future I might do a video that will talk about that, but for now, you know, started with the crop sensor camera is this beast right here, and that is the Nikon D3400. I'm not sure it's focused on here because I'm not okay. Yeah, so that Nikon D3400, this has been one of my best friends. You know, when I started, this was my first ever camera that I bought. It was super fantastic, the most greatest camera that one of the most greatest, I wouldn't say the greatest, but the most one of the most greatest cameras that I've ever owned. It was there, like, you know, it has so many tons of features that most pro cameras probably might not have, you know. And like I said, you know, it can shoot, like, even in a video, can shoot 1080p, can take pictures of 1080p, I think 60 frames per second. It can go, like, it can do a lot, you know. So if you want to, who will I recommend this for? If you just want to you know, photograph, like, let's say your families, like your kids, family trips and those kind of stuff, then I'll gladly recommend this in terms of photos and even video wise, to go with this camera. And trust me, you will never go wrong with that. But if you want to go professionally, like photographing people and, you know, people's events and document people's memories and stuff, then I recommend, which this is, you probably might have seen this in my previous videos because I've used this in my previous videos, and that is Nikon D16. It's a full frame, and this is my best friend. It will always be there. Like, it doesn't matter whether it's dark, it doesn't matter whether it's bright daylight, it's everything is in focus regardless of whatever. If I take 100 pictures, at least 98 of them, or 99, or maybe all of them will be in focus. So this is something that I'll always recommend for somebody. It is not expensive like the D850, which to me, I think, like, it doesn't have no much difference than this, even though this has been there for a very long time, but I think it has been there for like 8 years or something like that. But yet still, trust me, this is a beast. If video wise it's not the best, but in terms of picture wise, trust me, you'll never ever go wrong with this. So if you just want to photograph, like, you know, do like photography, then these are the 2 cameras that I recommend for you. That is the D3400 and then D16. This is a crop sensor and this is a full frame. Now let's come to video. Now I can show you the camera that I'm using in terms of like video wise, because that's what I'm using right now. But I've only used one Sony camera, you know, and that is what I'll always recommend for somebody in terms of video wise, and that is Sony A7R3. It has been the best. It's shooting 4K. The focusing now, right now I'm taking a picture, I'm taking my aperture right now is an f1.4, but as you can see, everything is sharp. Like, if I do this, it will come focus. Like, it will be in focus. Like, if I bring it here, you know, it will be in focus. If I leave it, it will be in focus. So like, it's super fast, like in terms of like its face tracking and those kind of stuff. So in terms of video wise, I'll always recommend Sony, and you can never go wrong in terms of Sony. They got like this one might be a little bit expensive, you know, but they got lesser crop sensor Sony cameras that you can also use it for video, which is I think they got A6000, they got A6 5000, some that is out there. But what I just want to say is, you never go wrong in terms of video wise with Sony, in terms of picture wise with Nikon. So this is where I'm going to end with the first part. I hope this video will help you to make the correct choice in terms of picture wise. If you have any question that you want to ask, just leave in the comment below. You can also find me on Facebook, Instagram at Creative Maestro Photography. If you haven't already, if this is your first time you are seeing my channel, welcome. This is a channel that you know, is a channel. It's not your regular you know, channel where people just strictly talk about stuff. It's a channel for making fun, you know, learning photography whilst having fun. I hope you guys enjoy this. Subscribe if you haven't already, and hit the bell button, so like in case I put another video, you'll be there. You'll be probably the first person to watch. Thank you for sticking around, and like I always say, keep dreaming, keep thinking, because your next idea will be your greatest idea. Until then, see you.